Hello, hello, and welcome. That's the wrong screen capture. Hi Lugia, hiya Ein, hiya Unreal, Rachel, Sagando, it is good to see you all. Let's get this farming going, shall we? I've got a little list of all the things I need, and I'm gonna follow me damn list. That's the plan. So let's get going here. Gravios. Medulla. What do I need? Tail carve. That's about it. Tail carve and win the quest. Oh, Freedom Unite later. Freedom Unite as well. Before you for now. I'm really hoping I might manage to farm up the rest of the stuff I need in this tier. But it's kind of a lot. To be honest. It is kind of a good chunk of stuff that I need here. Important ones, Gravios Medulla. I need 9 Fire Cell Stones. I think potentially even 10 Fire Cell Stones. 4 Zonoga Horns, 3 Rathalos Wings, 2 Rathalos Plates. Which kind of sucks, so Rathalos Medulla. 4 Freezer Sanks and 3 Celtus Great Claws, along with some other small miscellaneous bits. So we've got a good chunk to get. Those Rathalos plates kind of annoy me. That Rathalos Ruby really annoys me. Mostly the Fire Cell Stones suck. Oh, they're just mine. We might end up having to kill some low rank Rathalos for those plates. Might genuinely be the easiest way to get them. Hi, Human Harvest. Hiya, Falco. Good to see you both. How are you guys doing? Lord Hugster of Hugstington. That is my official title, yes. How did you know? You love the look of the greatsword? Yeah, this greatsword I actually really like the way it looks. With the damage in it. It looks very, very good. I am gonna kind of mount cheese him a little bit because I really want to get that tail. Gravios tail, I get 2 calves from it. Pretty sure. And I have 12% on any of the calves in particular to get this medulla that I need. So it is honestly relatively favorable. It's just going to be a matter of getting lucky enough to not have to fight Gravios for the rest of my life. And since this is a hunter farm, we do get 2 of them, which means we do get to kill, or get 2 tail calves, hopefully. Should be beneficial. Feel amazing. You dumped 6 hours into Baldur's Gate 3 already, playing since 9 AM. Nice. Just loving it. Don't know a fuck about multi-classing. Who does, honestly? Where's the location of Huxtington? State secret. Falco? I'm afraid. You gotta be high up the chain of command to know that one. Please give me the second mount so I can break a tail already. Thank you. Tail does not want to come off. He's always just a wee bit too tall, which is relatively annoying. Easiest mount I've ever done. Good. That's what I wanted to see. Perfect. Definitely get hit for this, but I don't have to carve the tail anymore. Do you want a multi-class then, Human Harvest? Is that the plan? You don't know? What did you go with in the end for your class? State secret and be in chain of command, maybe you can bribe your way. A fighter with Battlemaster spec? Oh, Human Harvest. That's right. You talk that good stuff. That's what it's about. Fighters, how I love thee so. Great weapon proficiency. Funny thing is, you don't have a great weapon. Whoopsie! How often do you level up in that game, by the way? If you've been playing for 6 hours already, does a versatile weapon count? If you're two-handing it, it should. I believe. I'm not overly sure. I was never the rules guy. I was always the, oh fuck, let me look it up. Anytime someone asks me a question, oh fuck, I'll look it up. I tend to be a sword and mortar, so. Hey play, welcome. How you doing today? Wait, don't do that. My weapon's away. You're still at the beginning. Yeah, what? I assume that there is 20 levels in-game. You're level 3 after 6 hours. Which is the level they probably want to get you to pretty quickly, right? So I wonder if it will slow down from there. Also might not go all the way up to level 20. To be fair. Hey, play. Thank you for the 6 months. I'll give you some hearts. You downloaded Frontier again? Why on earth would you do that to yourself, Play? You plan on a solo run in the future? Because you found one particular multi-class? Which is? You want to play Tunfa's play? Oh no. I will actually pop a sharp in here, why not? Yeah, it does. It exists. Cool. Bar benefits from not wearing any armor. Yeah, it has Constitution modifier and it's a Dexterity modifier, or is it Strength modifier combined on top of each other becomes their AC? Similar to the Monk's Wisdom one. Sorcerer with Draconic Bloodline. And then Barbarian. You know you can't cast spells when you're raging, right? And you lose concentration on spells when you go into rage. And 1, 2, 3. I should be trying to cut the tail rather than mess around here. (13 AC when you're not wearing armor, so Barb Sock it is. So you take the Sock purely for that benefit, and some light magic when not enraged. And then mostly go into Barb? Enjoy the lurk play? Yeah, interesting. I wonder if it would be worth it. Definitely be interesting. Dragon Ball. A friend agreed to carry your ass? Fair enough. I wish you the best play, but you're on your own, buddy. Hey Alpha, Gravios your boy, it is him, yeah. It is Gravios. I need him to give me a medulla. Yes, a medulla. If he would be so kind. If not, I will go and kill myself some Zenoga, I guess. That's the next one on the list. Poor ass no Frontier solo. No one should solo Frontier. It's a nightmare. You do? You shouldn't, though. I stand by my point. At least not in the state that it's in at the current moment in time. To be fair, I don't know if that game will ever get to a spot where it would be relatively reasonable to solo it. Because I feel like all the people in the community that enjoy the fact it's incredibly unfair would complain too much. Because they enjoy that aspect of it. It's a shame, but hey. Just means the plebs like me will never get a chance to actually play it. Not all the way through. If you had it though as a monster, you would die the second you touched it, no? It's covered in liquid mercury. That would be like real bad for you, no? Obviously not the second. It doesn't kill you that quickly, but... You jump on that thing for a ride. You got mercury poisoning. Oh, white fatty? I also don't know if that one's gonna happen. The monster that ultimately and unequivocally despises humans. Being ridden. It'd just be a tad odd. Thank fuck I can carve that. Did not carve a medulla from the tail. So, no 12% for me. Still got the quest rewards though. It's just being banshee because his master abandoned him as a child. Great way to just like make the Fatalis. Backstory, just real crappy. Apologize, my throat is mean at the moment. Okay, it's a no-go. And hope that we get the reward I needed in the quest rewards here. For me medulla. Since I got screwed out of it. On the normal stuff. Or on the calves, which would be the way that I'd kind of want to get it. You can't watch most streamers in the morning? Why's that? Because they're not streaming, or you just don't watch the morning ones? 99% of them are playing Baldur's Gate. How many people are playing it right now, actually? That's an interesting thing to look at. Following... Oh no, browse categories. Baldur's Gate 3. 148,000 viewers. Not too shabby. It's above CSGO, and it's above GTA 5. Pretty damn crazy. Now think about how many of them are playing it for themselves. Yeah, for real. Hey, you crone, welcome. How you doing? That's not what I wanted to do. I want to check the Steam stats real quick. Store stats. It's the best-selling game at the current moment in time. Its peak today was 712,000 people on Steam alone. A decent number of people, I would say, are playing it. Harvest. Baldur's Gate 3, yeah. It's the third highest category on Twitch at the moment. It's going good for me, thank you, Crone, other than the fact that my throat is being a pain in the fucking ass. And I've had enough of it already. And it's been one day. You're so hyped? For Baldur's Gate or for the fact that MH4U is definitely winning the poll, Crone? My inability to predict polls continues to exist. How's your head doing? By the way. Dragonboard solo? How about Gnome? Gnome's probably a good idea so that you can use Lucky, right? I only get one horn break from this quest, it would seem. Which is extremely annoying that I have to kind of fight two Zenogres every time to only get one of the horn breaks to count, but hey. I guess it does give me more chances to get Jaspers, in case I need those. I don't think I do. Rude. Nice, very good, very good. One horn break. Just gotta get the other one. Bang, nice. That's the double horn. I don't really need to go for another mount, I'm just being greedy for that at this point. Oh yeah, you're horny, bard. Oh, I forgot about that. Somehow I forgot about that. I'm still so unbelievably swung on whether I want to get it or not. Honestly. I feel like I'm gonna wait and see what people say in like maybe 2 weeks to a month's time when all of the excitement's died off. And I'm gonna make my decision then, probably. Because I feel like the hype at the moment is maybe a little bit out of control. What do you mean, what? Lugia. Oh, wow. Crying like a baby. You're not horny. Mm-hmm. Sure you're not. You're the perfect little angel, Sarah. You could never feel such a base and disgusting emotion. I need a Yod Spa, is what I needed. That's me! Iodre, pray, I thing. Please, just leave. Let's play it together then. I'm not even gonna want to play with the NPC companions. You want me to play it with a human being? Get out of here. That's honestly, genuinely, the biggest thing that I think will be the reason towards me not getting it is, to my knowledge, games like that, like Baldur's Gate, like the other one, Divinity Original Sin, they're kind of balanced around you having a squad, right? Even if you're controlling all of them, they typically want you to have like a party of 2 to 4. I'm like, nah, man, I just want it to be my character and no one else. Story NPCs for story missions, sure. Fuck this squad stuff. Divinity does have like a lone wolf trait, which is really good. I don't know if Baldur's Gate has something similar to that. What do you mean, oi? It's nothing against you in particular. It's just against the whole world, Human Harvest. Oi. Oi, Chisel. Oi, mate. Hello. Oi, lad. Welcome. Good to see ya. How about Divinity? What do you mean about Divinity? Your Chaos in multiplayer? Oh, I've played Divinity multiplayer a few times. I actually just don't think it works. It probably doesn't help that my friends are a bit of like a chaos crew, right? We got like one person trying to just do normal story. Relatively normal. One person pickpocketing every single skill book that every NPC has in the entire town. Randomly we're in combat because someone pissed off a guard on the other side of town. Because they decided that they didn't like the way they were talking to a random civilian. And then someone just comes over and is like, here, I gathered all of the apples on the entire map. It's funny, but we've never made it off the first island. Divinity 2. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of them. So I just know. Too much chaos. The same goes with Monster Hunter. I find people are always a little bit more, I don't, my normal Chaos Crew group, only one of them plays Monster Hunter. And because they're in the American time zones, I don't get to play Monster Hunter with them. So yeah, I don't know what that issue is like. When I play with my one friend that I play a lot of Monster Hunter with, whenever the new games release and stuff though, we tend to be pretty damn focused. The two of us. We're like progression forward. Complete the game. See all the monsters, enjoy all the fights, listen to the music. There isn't much chaos going on. Orderly. You, Luia? No, you're not part of the Chaos gang. We're like a Chaos duet. Also, we're relatively orderly as well. You're the one who gets in random ass combats because you hate if people are arrogant or don't talk to you nicely when you're helping them. I have absolutely no problem being part of the Chaos Crew, right? But there comes a point for me where I don't want to be part of the Chaos Crew anymore, and I kind of just want to progress something for a little bit, right? But I can't progress anything because half of the NPCs in town are dead. I can't buy anything from anyone because one of our players has every single skill book. Every single fucking sold item in the entire game is in their inventory somehow. I'm like, I just want to like maybe progress a little bit. And then someone else comes along and it's like, I've done literally every single side quest by myself while you guys were off in town. I am now OP as fuck, let's go. And I'm like, no! I tend to just play stuff solo. Then I can have the perfect level of chaos, my own chaos. Why are you upset, Lugia? You are chaos? I mean, you are. But you're not in my D&D group. Well, my not D&D group. Why not? Because we don't play D&D anymore. Meh? What do you mean meh? Why are spells so OP? Apparently that's just how Dungeons and Dragons works. I have been informed spells are just busted. Insert Toy Stories, I don't want to play with you anymore. Thrown in the bin. Necromancy is awesome. Of course it is. It always is. Necromancy's fantastic. What would you expect? I got a horde at least. Wrong rusted, but I'm getting a lot more rusteds now, which I like. Actually starting to see some of those show up instead of just random ass weapons. It's good. What was next on the list? Monoblos Thoracic. And I can switch weapons again now. As wonderful as this weapon looks, its sharpness is incredibly annoying. Is that enough? I wonder. But it's about as much as that had. It does look really bloody ugly though. I think I'm gonna use this. Recently released, you have no idea what it is. Do you know what Divinity 2 Original Sin is, Jizzle? The way that game's like combat and stuff looks? You've heard of it? If you have any vague knowledge of what that is and how that looks, basically take that, slap D&D on it, and that's what Baldur's Gate 3 is. What do I need for this thoracic? Break the back and body carves. I honestly didn't even know they made any more games. Other than Baldur's Gate 1, 2, and then 3. I didn't realise there was other ones. In that little franchise. Don't really know how to explain it. Like, very big RPG, D&D world logic, turn-based combat with, yeah, like D&D rules to it, essentially. Isometric perspective, I think. I'm imagining all of that is true of the new game as well. I don't know, but I don't see why it wouldn't be. Huge ass RPG that's way too complicated for you? Probably, yeah. If stuff like that tends to blow your noggin off, then yeah, it's too much. You just want to smash some bosses. Don't use the smash word. Lugia is here. I understand, though. I understand. I like games like that. Occasionally. Like, I kind of enjoyed Fire Emblem Three Houses. But I couldn't play stuff like that constantly. It too much mental processing required. Big weapon, hit monster, kill. Yes, good. That was a really good down that I just got. Nice. What are you doing your little face at me for, eh? Are you being calm, Lugia, today? Is that what's going on? You are the sense of reason, of purity. Do I want you to be? I just want you to be you. You do whatever you want. Well, within a slight limit. You see yourself playing stuff like this, but to enjoy it, you need a group of people to play it with that are unknowing like you are, yeah. I hope I managed to stay relatively unspoiled on it. Whenever I finally get my way around to go into it. Yeah, since a shit ton of people already play D&D and know how D&D works, it feels like it's kind of hard to find a group of people that would go into Baldur's Gate, like, extremely blind, right? Without being able to be like, yeah, so when you hit, like, level 3, you'll be able to choose a subclass, and then each class has all of these different types of subclasses, and you get abilities at every certain threshold, and at this point you'll get this level of spells, blah, 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 blah. Just because they have, like, some knowledge of how the game systems work. You'd be like, please. I'm still trying to read what the 12 classes are. 14 classes? I don't know how many there is in D&D. Nitty details, your nemesis. give you a weapon with a higher number and you're fine. Doesn't tend to happen that much in D&D, right? Your weapons do get stronger and stuff, but... it tends to be your character that gets stronger most of the time. Hello? Okay. Pretty midnight sonic bombs over here. Die. Perfect timing. Honestly, just make it look cooler and it'd already be fine. Doesn't even matter if it's any better. Just cooler looking weapon wins. I can agree with that, to be fair. As long as it's not disgustingly far behind. It's 11 for 7 for 3U currently. Oh yeah, I should mention that actually. Anyone in here that hasn't taken a vote on the poll, by the way? For what Monster Hunter game we'll be replacing Freedom Unite in the Discord server, you might want to have a little look-see in the poll channel. There is an incredibly tiny possibility. Incredibly tiny possibility that we actually finish Freedom Unite today. I doubt that will happen because it would require the aligning of the stars. But it could. You voted your hubby because he's hyped about it? For what? You're fine if we manage to beat Crimson. Huh. For you, because Crone wants it? Ah, okay. You did a selfless vote, Lugia. You didn't vote for World to try and get the Fatalis kills. Fuck World, Crone's happiness. Fair enough. I'm proud of you. Be wild if we manage to kill White Fatty, yeah. That's kind of what I'm thinking, right? We don't necessarily have a ton of time. You wanted to do Goldian and Ucamlos. I don't know if there's still stuff that Sagando wants to do. I know Sagando at least hasn't got whatever they wanted from Tigrex yet. Still. Somehow. Getting incredibly unlucky with it. I've got the village quest. But it's one of those things where, like, it could happen, right? If I first try the village quest, oh my god, please, fucking stop. If I first try the village quest, and if we just have pretty quick quests, if they go as quick as the other epic hunts did, the Rajang and Tigrex hunt that we did that took 8 minutes or something, You know, we've only got... Crimson we already did a little bit of damage to. Not a ton, but we did a little. If we had a genuinely really good Crimson quest where we actually managed to, like, repel him, so 25 minutes worth, I think we could kill him on the second one. Now, I don't think that will happen, but I think that is possible. So let's say like an hour for my solo quest, if I manage to win. On my first try. An hour for my solo quest, we go into hub. Let's say all of the 5 quests we have left all take 20 minutes. 100 minutes, so it's an hour. Hour and a bit. That's 2 hours. If we did Crimson essentially perfectly, I reckon that would take about half an hour. That's 3 hours, then we have a full hour to kill White Fatalis. Like, the stars, the entire fucking, like, universe needs to align to make it happen. But it's technically possible. I think. But what's more likely going to happen is that, you know, we are fleshy mortals. We'll make a few mistakes, a few small errors. We'll take some deaths. Poor Sagando will get one shot by attacks that weren't even aiming at him, because he's playing Gunner. I get one hit by fire attacks probably, and by lightning attacks, so we do white. Like, yeah. It's tough. You're kind of done with Freedom Unite, to be honest. Are you on the complete the game as quickly as possible wagon as well at this point, Sagano? Hey, Anton. Your sweet baby angel. Good to have you here. It's so good to see you with your name back, by the way. It just looks right. You're thinking about making a Dragon Bow set for Fatty, but being one hit from a Meteor Lightning Strike doesn't sound so fun? Yeah. It's almost right. It's close enough. Ooh, GoPro. I worked so hard for that on my main save. I killed so many. I honestly don't know if it'll make a difference, Chisel, but it's fair. I honestly don't think it'll make a blind bit of difference. Speaking as someone who upgraded their armor, didn't help. Didn't help at all. A Rathalos Ruby. I need to shave my mustache. It's tickling my nose constantly. Tail drop, shiny, capture, head break, break the back. Okay. I can do that. Hey, Weiss, welcome. How you doing? If this was World, this would be a lot of can openers. What? What does that mean? The greatsword, they look like can openers on World. The Garuga greatsword looks normal in World, doesn't it? Donate button still in first place, by the way. Yeah, I keep meaning to do it, and then every time I think about it, my computer's off and I'm in bed, and I'm like, ah, and then I don't do it. Man, I wish I could just erase my mustache from existence. You remember a lot looking like them? Yeah. I'd also put the mod on. whenever we get to, there's a dual blade challenge in place for World. I don't know if there was any other ones. The collector's challenges for World. Let me do this because I'm too lazy to try and find the correct sheet. It's just quicker to do it this way. There's a Charge Blade one as well. Charge Blade and Dual Blades are the only collector's challenges by the looks of things. Oh no, an Insect and Kinsex as well. Interesting. I genuinely don't remember that one being put in there. But yeah. I will put on the no more slap-on weapons mod for that to look as nice as possible. Thankfully, while it is kind of the biggest issue with World, right? In a visual sense, it is the biggest problem that World has. It is extremely easy to fix with mods. There aren't a whole lot of free U runs, is there not? I closed the sheet. How many free U runs is there? It just makes ours more likely, yeah. Or it incentivizes people to come up with free U runs right about now. Since free U is definitely going to be the next thing we play. Also worth remembering that almost any of the, like, any game runs can be played on free U as well. So if I draw one of those and it seems possible on a free U, then I will, maybe end up doing that. If it doesn't suddenly turn around and like 1 million people vote for World out of nowhere and we end up playing World. It'd be odd, but it wouldn't be impossible to happen. Oh no, I took the additional challenge. Jizzle. Because I feel like it wouldn't be particularly interesting. Doing like one blue baby run with only 10 items allowed and that's it. So it seemed a lot more interesting to me to start a new save file, go to blue baby, and only 10 items allowed per run. Had to take the challenge that you came up and bump it up a little bit. Make it a little bit more, more intense. I need to break his head, break his back. I forgot to bring the damn stuff to capture him. Fuck. I've even got the traps, man. Oh, I'm an idiot. Did you put one in there, N10, for you? What did you put into the challenge book? Free you, but you have to play it like it's Monster Hunter 1. Oh. Can I still use underwater for that one? You will allow it? Thank you. Just because that would make so much of that run incredibly tedious, right? Just waiting for monsters to go on land. If they retreat to their nest and you didn't kill them in time, tough shit. Soft lock at Cedius, yep. Literally cannot progress. What weapons do I have available there? Lance. Can't play dual blades because it gets completely reworked. Lance. You made a greatsword only. Oh, okay. So, combo greatsword for the whole game. I can't charge a single attack. I might time out a lot. Thank fuck Rathalos exists in Monster Hunter 1, man. I can use Rathalos armor. It's gonna be like the only armor set I can use. N10. N10, can I ask one thing of you? Just one little quality of life thing? Please let me use the farm. quickly, I don't want to manually gather everything. I will die inside. I could do it in World. In World, it's fine. It's really quick. I will die so quickly. Me, Lugia? Yeah, what? Oh, you do you, by the way. I leave it entirely up to your artistic genius. Literally whatever you think would look artistically the best. Go ahead. Please don't slaver dicks everywhere, though. I can use the farm. Thank you. I can just buy them. You can't buy honey. That's not your artistic wisdom. That's your horniness. You thought Granny sold honey? Does Granny exist in Monster Hunter 1? I assumed I just couldn't use Granny. Like the whole time. Hey Samus, welcome. If the Lost Armor has a skill that doesn't exist in Monster Hunter 1, it isn't allowed. What's the Lost Armor skills in Monster Hunter 1? That is what I was thinking, honestly, Enten. MH1 loss, Rathalos armor skills. Attack up large. It has a detector and stun times doubled. Fucking neat. I get attack up large. Oh, hell yeah. There are more efficient ways to torture yourself other than playing Monster Hunter 1. Entirely correct, Rignator, yes. Which is why I will never play that game again. Attack up medium, speed sharpening, and recovery down. That's what you get in for you. Okay, so I'd have to slot out speed sharpening, if I can. Get up to attack up large. And then maybe up to psychic. If it's all possible. You got the face melter? I have no idea what that is, Summers. The driller's finally going to be slinging something a bit more spicy than a regular flamer. Oh, it's a driller weapon. Cool. I haven't played driller. I didn't really enjoy playing driller that much. It was good enough, but not necessarily my thing. Also, we have a friend that I play with occasionally that refuses to play anything other than driller. So it's just like, cool, so don't really want there to be two drillers. A lot more damage than ammo, but worse range and fire speed. Fair enough. What's the first small monster? I'd have to use the Hunter's armor, right? That exists? What's the first small monster? Is it Rat? Well, what's the first large monster? Sorry. Is it Rathian? That the games would share? It is Rathian. Woof. Is it just Rathian and Rathalos like the whole time? Is that it? Wait, in what context? Enter the challenge run for 3U, which is play 3U like it's Monster Hunter 1. With some allowances, I'm allowed to use the farm and I'm allowed to use underwater. Diablos. True. But, so I can only make like armor and weapons and equipment and stuff from monsters that are also in Monster Hunter 1. Which is Rathian, Diablos, and Rathalos. Diablos might be worth it, depending on what armor skills that had. I had a feeling that Punishing Draw didn't exist. Elder Dragons? They're the only Elder Dragons in Monster Hunter 1 were Kirin and Fatalis. That's it. And Plasioff? That's nice at least. Wasn't Luna and Wimpuppy also there? I don't think any of those existed until 2, did they? I thought those were introduced in Dose. This is the worst fucking layout I've ever seen. One was Fatty, Kirin, and Lao only. Yep. I forgot about Lao. First small monster you hunt is Genprey. The first one that you encounter is Wolfmango, yeah. Are there Vespoids and Hernitars in 3U? No, there's Banabra and the other thing. I have received my Rathalos wings. I don't need to farm for them anymore. Kazu doesn't exist in 3U, the Giganox is there instead. Break the Celtics Queen's claws and break her legs. Wouldn't be as funny. Oh no, absolutely not. 3U is the correct choice. Is the Cephadrome in 3U? No. I'm pretty sure it's Raffi and Rathalos and Diablos for large monsters. There's no Velocidrome, no Kutku, no Gypceros, no Cephadrome. No Basirios, no Gravios. None of it. Version was pseudo soft reboot? Yeah, sort of. It's a good way of putting it. A pseudo reboot. Wasn't actually, but had essentially an entirely new roster, right? Nice. I will not have to grind a lot of gear at all. I'm pretty sure all I get is bone weapons, metal weapons, Rathian weapon, Rathalos weapon. And then maybe some other shit if it exists, like Bullfango weapons. I don't even have the drones to help me because we've got the grates instead. The spear tuner, yep. Spear tuner weapon. You still have a Rathalos Ruby to farm. Rathalos Ruby to farm over the Jasper. I feel like that Rathalos Ruby is going to be a lot easier for you to get than that Rasper those summers. Lesios a nice little addition though. Though I don't know if it'll be overly useful. Bullfanga Hammer, I'm limited to Greatsword only. As well. Only time will tell. It will. It's true. But considering your drop rate comes from more than exclusively a back break, you're gonna mute stream. Time to get your brain into art mode with music. Good luck, Lugia. I hope you enjoy and have a good time. Hey. I'm okay. Good stuff. And a 1, 2, 3. Ideally, I'd like to break its claws, but I don't know if it's going to happen. I might just get the leg break instead here. Anytime you want to break the face, all you can do is bounce off the claws. Anytime you want to break the claws, all you can do is hit the damn face. It's Celta's queen, man. Two breaks on the same body part, which are both incredibly annoying to get. Whoever decided that was incredibly evil. You can make an other Dual Blades fast. They have 520 dragon, but only blue sharpness. Does that matter for elemental damage? I have no idea. That's a shitload of dragon, though. Being in front of Celta's queen super risky. Yup. Basically, all of her attacks are frontal, right? It's not quite all of them, but basically all of them are frontal. And especially that one. You do not want to fall on the foul end of that attack. That will fuck you up. And you've also got Celtis giving you defense down and attacking you and all this shit. Can you just make those dual blades straight up, Chisel, or are you going to have to farm for them? You would farm them solo? Oh my god. Brave soul. You need a small rust stone? Oh. Oh no. Why oh no? Because they're an ass to get. I don't know if I was just mining in the wrong areas for small rust stones, but I didn't get a single one the entire time so far. And I actually did quite a lot of mining in high rank, right? It's the Eternal Strife Dual Blades, right? Fizzle? Yeah. I know. Hey Seth, Freedom Unite. Freedom Unite will be later, and it is what Chisel's talking about. Yup. Nice. Just mined all the places years ago you got plenty. Oh no. It's entirely up to luck, Chisel. I'm pretty sure it's in high rank. But you probably want to try and have a look on game facts for that one. Mostly those things are for speedrunners. Hey! Nice. I like that option. Option is hunting Gravios, who sometimes gives rare ore. I think most people would rather avoid that one though, right? He can't give you rush shards, can he? I think he can give you like the stones, like the all fire stones, the fire cell stones, and all of those things. I don't think he can give you... Man, weapons are so damn bad in Free to Be Night. What's the raw chisel? On your Lao dual blades? Because that's the one thing I think is the biggest consideration to take into account with Eternal Sacrifice. Is that Eternal Sacrifice does use element, but it does absolutely zero fucking raw damage. $378 raw, 210 dragon. And you have white sharpness. But maybe 2 demon dances, yeah. I mean, with the amount of blue that you get with that weapon, you're not going to have that for long either, though, to be fair, right? On the Eternal Schism, Eternal Sacrifice, sorry. You're gonna have that blue for like maybe 3 or 4 demon dances, and then it's gonna be gone. On dual blades, you want element because of low motion value. Yeah, I think the bigger issue with that one is the apparently element in Free to Be Night is just complete ass. People keep saying that all the time. Even though I feel like that can't be true when it's got like really good hit zones against Fatalis. Although people like to just say elements are ass all of the time in every Monster Hunter game, to be fair. So it could just be that. I know what I want to say, but I don't know if it's true. It does chisel, but not as much as it does with raw damage. I've had a GameFAQs post about it. For what you want to believe from the GameFAQs post, For raw, you have 1.3 for white, 1.25 for blue, and 1.12 for green. For elemental, you have 1.12 for white, 1.06 for blue, and 1.0 for green, so it's way less impactful. Dragon should be better. I would imagine so, yes. For Fatalis, probably. That's what I would think, but I am not the person to ask, right? Have you checked the hit zones for Crimson and for White Fatalis as well, Chisel? Or are they all the same? The Crimson hit zones were the one you looked at? Cool. Because it might not be worth farming them if you're just going to use them for Crimson, and then it's going to be utter shit against White, right? Your opinion, Raw's primary element's just an additional thing? Play dual blades main in Freedom Unite for a while. Mostly you'd choose the highest raw damage from everyone's and made all the dual blades. It's fair. Raw damage is what a lot of people prefer to go with. It's the same for White Fatty. Cool. We are just talking about it in this hyper-specific situation. If it's worth for Chisel to use these... The Lao Shenlong, the Azure Lao, Ashen Lao dual blades, or if it's better to use the Eternal Sacrifice ones. And it seems better for the Sacrifice ones because of the fact that you're not running like Sharpness +1 or anything, so... And even if you were, you're not going to get any good hit zones on Fatalis for cutting damage for dual blades anyway. Not without constantly risking yourself at death. Because you can't hit his stomach consistently with dualies. I'm pretty sure that the hit zones for his stomach aren't even necessarily that fantastic. His head's great, but... Blade's about as long as one of his fingers is, so... it's not gonna happen. Chest was 30 for cut and 10 for dragon, yeah. So, you get a 10 better hit zone with your raw damage. Hitting chest as opposed to hitting the legs. But what you sacrifice is absolutely all of your safety that you get from hitting the legs. And the fact that because you're at the chest, you're probably going to be healing more, which means you spend less time doing damage. Just hitting the legs is... I think the dragon damage on the legs is going to be significantly better for you. But I also think you'd be just fine with the Lao dual blades. The... What are they called? Heaven of Ultimus and Earth? Ultimus of Heaven and Earth? Naga dual blades. Would they be better because of like sharpness alone, basically? I assume. Also means you don't have to go farming, probably. Playing dual blades without having like elemental damage showing on the monster is just the wild shit for me. The loud dual swords have more raw plus the dragon element. Sharpness is a 1.5 modifier for purple in Pretty Me Night though, Chisholm. Purple sharpness. As opposed to 1.3 on white. I think that's why a lot of people do it. I personally would go with the dragon element as well. I think it's way better. I think everyone's so quick to just dismiss elemental damage. You gotta get sharpness +1 at that point though, which means Chisel would have to change his build. Same thing with slotting a reckless abandon +2, right? You gotta change your build for it. It's not the same as just switching out a weapon and nothing else. The Acantor armor has sharpness +1? Oh, nice. I didn't know it did. I thought it had thingy. What's it called? Razor sharp. That explains why you have such few skills on your armor. Because you have sharpness +1. Reckless abandon 2 actually. Oh, nice. I honestly think you'd be fine, Chisel. Use a Cancer armor, you really need the defense upgrade from Eucanalos. You could always do the Goldian quest and the Eucanalos quest now instead of farming for all of the rush shots. Yeah, cancel bow would be wild. Do you have a range set? You alright there, Summers? What? What and or who? Your blades benefit the most from crit attacks, since if the first attack is during Demon Dance, the rest of them crits? Yeah. Oh, in that thing. Right, yeah. In Rise. The blue bird. Ow. Hey, Berserk. Welcome. I just need one more. Now you got the first one, the second one would be easy, right? Sorry, I just got to send this message to someone. That's what the desire sensor wants you to think. The desire sensor is a lie made up by people who don't understand how statistics work. People who can't accept that they just got fucked by RNG. Don't cling to the desire sensor. The desire sensor is a lie. Fuck is a desire sensor? A myth, Berserk. It's a myth. Only 14? Yeah, 14 doesn't seem overly bad. It's obviously not great, but it's not terrible. RNG, free U RNG is broken. I mean, it quite literally is broken, right? Because of the seeding. Free use loot tables are weird. Capcom didn't fix it. Yep. Which is kind of funny because they did do a patch for 4U to fix some stuff. I guess they just deemed it wasn't worth the amount of money that it would have cost to fix it. Because it costs a lot of money to put out a patch for a game. Free use kind of a... Well, 3rd gen as a whole was kind of just an abomination anyway, so... maybe that's why. They were just like, oh, we're done with this fucking generation. Don't say that about the best gen. It could be an abomination and still be the best. Hell, that might make it even better for you, arguably. Then it was all kind of fucked up, faced all kind of hurdles, a whole bunch of shit just got cancelled or not released properly or cut and all this stuff. And it's still released in the state it did. I love 3rd gen. 3rd gen's fantastic. But it is, overall, generally just massively fucked, right? But you love folklore and myth? I mean, it's not even a myth, it's just a flat out, like, a lie that people tell themselves to make themselves feel better. Somebody got a mod to fix it. It rotates every time you log in your main character. Yep. Your character from the main menu. Yeah, I have that on as well. If you emulate the game on Citra, the cheat is what they call them, but they're essentially mods. The cheat code on Citra that makes the game 60 FPS is the one that also makes it so that the RNG is reset. So you have rotating loot tables. People cry because 3rd gen had best art and music. You can't say stuff like that, Berserk. Because the problem is, as soon as you say stuff like that, you lose all credibility. For anyone, Citra's broken as fuck. Citra's broken as fuck. It's not 3U's fault. Some RNG, you'll literally need almost 100 hunts for Rathalos to get one mantle. I mean, the RNG still works, right? Even with the tables broken, technically the RNG is still working on the RNG. Like, on the tables. It's just... because it's always set, you know when you're going to receive the reward if it's been done before, and people kept track of it. But if you were to hunt, you know, 10,000 Rathalos, by that point you would probably be on the average. You had a curse table, never had problems with the rare drops though. I've never really had overly much of a problem with it either. But then, I do play on Citra now, so my RNG is fixed in that regard, because the game will reload every time, and I'll have different stuff. Now you finally have it, you can't decide what to make of it, because you don't know what you'll need more. Thunder dual blades are a slicing gun. mean, why would you ever need a slicing gun? Really? Did a curse table. Took you 25 plus hunts to get 1 Legiacus plate. That's about, like, that's not terrible though, right? For All-Mother, are you gonna farm All-Mother before you get the other slicing? Before you get the other weapon? Summers? Because if not, then it's irrelevant, right? Same thing, do you need Thunder Dual Blades for anything? Or are you not going to be farming anything? Oh, laggy play is actually quite a good chance in low rank. Damn. 6% on the capture. You just like a nice way of farming it? Well, since you're arguing for that one so much, it seems like your answer's been made. There you go. You're done. Make the slicing gun. I'm sure there's nothing the Thunder Dual Blades are going to be so fantastically good at that couldn't be replaced by a Thunder Longsword, a Thunder Sword and Shields. Right? A different pair of Thunder Dual Blades. Eight or 12 orbs of origin. Do you only need that many? Summers? Is that it? I thought you were gonna need way more than that. Fair enough. Then the slicing gun seems to be the better one, Summers. Because, yeah, there's no reason that you can't just replace the dual blades with some other weapon that would serve the same purpose, albeit slightly differently, right? Hell, you can even just use the Narwa dual blades. If you get your Orb of Origin in place of the Zenoga ones. Not quite the same, but they have higher thunder damage, if I remember. Bum, ba-dum. Right, this is a low rank Rathalos. I just want to see if I can crack out 2 of these real quick. You're not upgrading the weapons you get in high rank to their master rank states. Oh? Why not? I really need you to let me hit your actual breakable spots, Rathalos. Stop being a pain in my ass, please. I need your damn head break and your tail cut. Hey, well, there's one. Now, if the boy would stop spinning. Personally, you don't want to farm high rank weapons for your high rank build after master rank stuff. That makes sense. Does that mean you're going to farm every weapon in the game again in master rank? Yes. You're crazy, remember that? It doesn't even seem crazy to me necessarily, as much as it just seems incredibly inefficient. Why wouldn't you build all the weapons and upgrade them to master rank? And then use the master rank weapons to just get the weapons that you want for each one in G rank. But hey, if you're going to build them all twice, fucking go for it. That's amazing. Horrifying. Insane, but amazing. You'll definitely have enough stuff to do on Rise for a while, though. You won't have to worry about that one. Come on. Oh yeah, monsters get captured immediately. If they don't fall over. I need 2 Rathalos plates is why I'm killing these guys right now. Although I can actually get them from high rank, so I should actually just keep doing high rank Rathalos. Until I've got the rubies that the ruby singular that I need. It's not actually worth doing these. Tail calf 10% capture, 5% breakhead, 6% for rubies. Cool. Or for plates, sorry, for high rank Rathalos. Gravios, it is then. Except the Nava weapon, those you're pre-crafting to their master rank upgrades. That's why there's an Ogre Blades. Makes sense to me. I was gonna say, if you're building all the weapons over again, I think you're gonna be needing way more than 12 Orbs of Origin. I just want to check this. Summers. Are you building every single weapon in the game? For every single, like, class? Or just, like, the good ones? And 10. Every weapon except the guns and the dual blades, those you're making multiple of. Okay. You might want to readjust your Orb of Origin expectation, Summers. Just to warn you, I don't think you need between 8 and 12 of them. I think you need about 50 of them. As far as I'm aware, literally every single Naba weapon needs an Orb of Origin. Every weapon has a Naba weapon. I think every Ibushi weapon might need one as well. And I think every weapon has an Ibushi weapon, right? Also, the Elder Dragon weapons sometimes need them. Kami, Tio, and Kush. To upgrade to their max. You're not making all of the weapon trees? Okay. That's what I thought you would do. This is why I've been like, are you sure? Right? Like this whole time? Are you absolutely sure? Because yeah, you would need like at least 50 Orbs of Origin at that point. Hey, got it. Leaving that kind of grind to me. Hey, even I'm never gonna do it for, well, never. Quotation marks around never. There is one game I may potentially do that in. Eventually. Maybe. Unlikely. Is it world? It is world, yes. Fifth gen as a whole doesn't have equipment item box limits as far as I'm aware, Ensign. Equipment box limits don't exist in 5th gen, to my knowledge. It just keeps expanding and expanding and expanding. So you could even build like multiples of all of the weapons and it won't give a shit. You crafted every swag tree and you wanted to kill yourself halfway through. I routinely, for fun, in my regular playthrough of the game, build every single dual blade weapon tree. This challenge on GU would be hell itself. There's a reason that GU was disallowed for this challenge. Rise is disallowed from anything because I don't play the game, right? Freedom Unite's disallowed because fuck that game. farming in that game is a nightmare. Because it's like, hey, final upgrade time. You need 2 Gravios Palliums, 1 Rathalos Pallium, mantle. And also just like a whole bunch of Silver Rathalos things. I'm not kidding, that's actually what I need for one of my weapons. So to do that for literally every weapon in a weapon class would be ludicrous. But yeah, from a casual perspective, that's my norm. On World, your box capped out as 1,000 slots. It's the same as Third and Fourth Gen. Oh, really? Huh. I thought it didn't have a cap. Well, I've been deceived. Why it's fun? Love the pain and suffering in hitboxes? No. I actually genuinely cannot agree. I am envious of the people that can enjoy it, but I get fun out of Freedom Unite for a while the nostalgia lasts, and I'm like, oh, my childhood. But there are parts of that game that I will go out of my way to say aren't, like, they are badly designed. There's no other way of putting it. The hitboxes are shit. And it's not fun for me, it's incredibly infuriating to be hit by an attack that I clearly didn't get hit by. I played it as a child. I'm not Stockholm syndromed into loving the game anymore. They went full sadist and more than just weapon upgrades. I mean, armor crafting in general, right? High rank silver Rathalos armor, every single piece needs a ruby. Weapon upgrades are quite normal, you think? They're not, Seth. The only games that have horrible weapon upgrades are 1st gen, 2nd gen, and Generations Ultimate. All of the others are nowhere near as bad. Dose is the one that has... Dose is the one that introduced, upgrading armor with materials. Eternal Annihilator 5. Land and 5 lost plates, yeah. Yeah, that's what that is. It's just not right. It's just not okay. It's not normal, man. Once you played Monster Hunter 1 as a kid on your PS2 and you legit don't understand how you played it, yeah. I could not tell you how I played Freedom Unite as a kid. I played a good chunk of that game with my friends, right? But I had an entire save file. I played the whole game by myself. All the way to G-Rank. I distinctly remember taking 45 minutes to kill Rathian. over and over and over again. And just being like, this is great. You're making 1 or 2 weapons per weapon class except the guns and the dual blades. Yeah, that's a hell of a lot more reasonable, Summers. Kinds feel Freedom Unite needs too many materials to upgrade weapons. The Azure Greatsword needs 12 tails, yeah. It is wild the amount of stuff they want you to do in that game sometimes. Whoops. Any more every time it wants to take more than 30 minutes? Don't have that much free time, yeah. I don't mind when hunts take me a good chunk of time. But after the, like, 20-minute mark or so nowadays, I'm kind of like, man, this is taking a bit, right? This hunt's actually kind of a fight. I remember completing the... I think the quest is called like Land of Tremors or something. The double Tigrex quest in Freedom Unite by myself as well. I distinctly remember it because I was out in the garden in the tent, because I'd set up the tent in the garden, on my PSP, plugged into the socket to charge so it never ran out of battery, in my little sleeping bag. Ludicrous o'clock in the morning, just shouldn't have been awake anymore. I think I was on like my 5th attempt of the night for that one quest. And I got so happy that I did it. So incredibly happy. But I must have tried that quest like 50 times or something. Just unreasonably large numbers of times. Just one quest. It's not even the end of the game, it's a rank up quest. I think it's even a high rank quest. I don't know how the fuck I did that shit, man. Not to say I don't still do incredibly dumb stuff now, but... Man, you can see the reason why I play games that actually are difficult. I want games to be difficult when that was my childhood. One of the reasons you love Freedom Unite is because of the armor design. You like the white monobloss, black diablos, black gravios high rank armor. MH4U has them except for the black bloss. Yeah, Freedom Unite does have some good armors in it. I feel like Monster Hunter almost always has good armor set design though. Thankfully that's been relatively consistent. I am very partial to the Velocidrome armor and to the Kutku armor myself. Because of Freedom Unite. And the blue Kutku, obviously. To build it all the time. It's kind of funny with Freedom Unite because I feel like some of the armor almost looks better sometimes because the game's at a lower resolution. As dumb as that sounds, the Nagakuga armor, I actually love it way more in Freedom Unite than I do in basically any of the games that have come after it. Because of the fact that it's lower resolution, you can't see some stuff, like the fact that it's all fishnetty and whatnot. It just looks a lot nicer. Nice, sir. Good. And I got the medulla I needed from the first Gravios' tail calves, so I am done with the medullas here. Which is fantastic. Ugh. Thank you, Conchi. For being incredibly unnecessary that entire time. I need a Yod Spar, some fire cell stones, sorry. Zenoga horns, Rathalos ruby, Rathalos medulla, and Rathalos plates. That's it. Or Rath medulla, not Rathalos. That's all I need now. Can I get Rath medulla from Rathalos? I assume I can. I can, yep. It's a pretty good chance from the tail. Oh, and the freezer sacks, of course. Because Zamtrios is greedy and doesn't want to drop them for me. Haven't got overly that much left to do here, though, really. Well, sort of. Relativity. Hey, me! I can't fight as your Rathalos, it's not in this tier. It's in the next tier. I'm not allowed to move. I'm stuck here. That sucker evades me. What rank am I at, by the way? I am 8-star village / HR4. At the moment. I do still need that Yold Spar. There's my Gravios medulla. All got and good to go. 3. I only need 3 of these now. Just doing a little check to make sure that I've got my numbers right here. So I need at least one Rathalos Ruby. I'm probably going to need more. How you doing, mate? So that is another 2. So 5, 8, 11. Yeah, I need 10 Firestones, not 9. Whee! Because I already have 1. Cool. And I need 3 Freezer Sacks, not 4. 1 Yold Spar, 10 Fire Cell Stones, 3 Zenoga Horns, a Rathalos Ruby, a Raft Medulla, 2 Rathalos Plates, 3 Freezer Sacks. And I'll be done with HR4 / 8-star village. Oh man, that's a long. Steve has been sitting there taunting me this whole time. Checking in before you're going to work. Nice. How have I been? I've been doing alright. Been doing good. Almost happy to play some for you. For Enemy Night should be over soon. Which is music to my ears every time I say it. Probably not today. But maybe. But probably not. But it's one of those. Good time to mention there's a poll in the Discord server for what we play after Freedom Unite ends, by the way. Currently it's 11 to 6. Amazing. In favor of Free U over Worlds. You thought Freddie Midnight was going to take a long time? It's flown by. I mean, when did I start it? I started it a long time ago and then took a break as well, right? Did I start it in March? People like Free U that much more than World, kind of surprising. I do have a more older game-based community in terms of Monster Hunter, so doesn't surprise me. Also, we played World more recently than we played Free U. Well, normally played Free U. Non-speedruns. And 1, 2, 3, boom. Crone has been very excited and hyped about Free U as well, and has been like very excitedly talking about it in the chat for a while, which may have been rubbing off on people. There's my last piece of the old spar. Nice. I'm still gonna mine on these missions though, because it's still very useful to get the rush shards and stuff from here. Also, I predicted the poll would go in favor of World, which means it automatically goes in favor of Free U. Because that's just how that works. think Free You is cool too, though. You never played it, but it looks nice. You never played it, eh? Meep. You've never played Free You. Nope. Weird, because I definitely remember you playing it. I even vaguely remember watching it. Seeing you run around with a gold Rathian sword and shield specifically. What's lynch him? Bro, we can't kill people just because they haven't played Free You. Angry? If you kill them because they haven't played Free You, they will never have a chance to experience Free You, bro. Huh, true. What you should do is force them to play Free You endlessly until they're complete with it. Kill them, silly. They have to experience peak, but I'm playing for you right now. What? We're talking about Free You, not For You. Hey, hello, Neff. Portable third over Free You. I mean, I respect it, but I just can't give it to you because you literally don't have G rank. I'm sorry. A Cantor and Eucanlos could never make up for not having G rank. Destroy him. Maybe it's the people who played third generation first that are the problem. Maybe. Portable third would be way better if it had high rank village, not just hub. Personally, no. I mean, it would be a bit better, but for me, Portable third's problems go way beyond just the fact that it doesn't have G rank. It's just one of the biggest ones for me. Good draw, now a break. Nice, Lugia, good. You having fun with it? If you kill them, they can play Free You in the afterlife. If there is one. Yup. Hey, I'm happy. I'm glad you finally get to draw something that you actually enjoy doing. PSP can't handle 3rd gen. They have to delete the swim system to make it. I don't think that's the reason it doesn't have swimming. But it could be, I guess. Planning games is tiring, might just fall around TPK. I mean, you don't have to worry about your players showing up anymore at that point, Weiss. Whoopsie. It's clearly because the PSP wasn't waterproof. And the 3DS is? Want to see the progress? Do you think I'm ever going to say no to that question, Lugia? Then I try it? No, I'll just wait for you to try it. Imagine a heaven where people can't play through you. Not that hard to do. It's one game. Although at that point I would argue it's completely destroyed the point of being heaven. Heaven's just real life for you. No. No, please. That's horrifying. Tomodachi where Batman falls in love with your grandma. Frenzy's a real thing, it's called rabies. Uh-huh, buddy. Yeah, that's what it is. Oh. It just... looks very cool. I like it. The first reaction was different. Oh no, that was me reacting to N10 being like, the frenzy's a real thing. It's called rabies. Suspicious? I didn't even look at them until I said all pictures. And then I couldn't see it because I had it in small view, so I had to open it up on my monitor and then like zoom in and stuff. Oh, that's too zoomed in. And that looks so good. Look at the flowing. Liquid. Sus, sus. Wow. Wow. I like the level of trust that is put in me that people don't even think I would tell the fucking truth. Hey, Crimmy. Welcome. How you doing? Glad I like it so far. I love seeing progress art, man. It's so good. So good. Are we finally getting a Mr. Hugs P emote? No. No, we're not. Hey! Crimmy the Primey. The Primey from Crimmy, thank you. 17 months. Holy shit, man. That's nearly a year and a half. And that is a horrifying thing that just left my mouth, and I don't like it. I'm going to ignore that now. How you doing, Crimson? The crab. The glorious, glorious crab. One day that Nightbot command will be correct. I hope. Eventually, maybe. In 500 years' time. We'll fix that Nightbot command. The Crimson command, it looks fine to you now? No, it needs the proper crabs. Rather than the Discord crab. It needs Tycoon Zamuza there. So it can be the actual copy-paste. I love him so much. Oh. Honestly, if they release the next Monster Hunter game, and it's... And they've taken the note of, like, we heard what you said about Rise, and we've taken your feedback, and what we decided to do was make the game even fucking quicker. Because people clearly thought it was too slow. I will be so far out that I will go into a different universe. And then if they show a slide of Tycoon Zamuza, I'm going to buy the game instantly. I don't even care. I'll buy it on the fucking spot. Just shove my money down Capcom's throat, man. I love that crab. I really hope they keep the correct themes for him, though. You've been playing the Monster Hunter Dose online beta? How you been finding it? Having fun? Finding good? Yep. I haven't heard much about it so far, but basically the only thing I've heard is it's definitely Monster Hunter Dose. You need to make a little more village progress to get some of the gear you want. Ah, okay. Glad you've been having fun though. It feels like you would logically enjoy it because Frontier is built off of it, right? Chase the monsters around forever, but we can type DOS moment in text chat. Fantastic. You tried DOS, you realize it's cheap to pay someone for a session? Torture? Yep. Yeah, it would be. You ate 5 pieces of cake in 4 minutes, bro. Do you have the munchies? I only realized what you'd done when it was over. Like you've murdered someone. Someone has died. That's good. That is good. Another Zenoga weapon down. I have collected my old Sparrow. I now only need 2 more Zenoga horns. And I need to fight a fuckload of Rathalos. I should do my Meowth Hunters. Hey, big fan. Welcome. A lot of Mega Potions. Yep. Gonna be playing a lot of the game. I know this isn't ending for a long time, so the potions are necessary. The real monster is the friends we made. I don't want to kill the friends I made along the way. That's not how this is meant to work, is it? You capture your friends so you can tie them up. Oh my, Crimmy. Oh my. And then force them to fight each other to death? Huh? Hello, my dear. How are you? It's going well. Only get the cat armor when I reach G3. At the rate I get cat materials, eventually, it might be by the time I'm in G3 that I can actually get shit, honestly. Feels like it takes forever. You're tired, but you have a project? What's the project? Is it a fun one? Play for you, but with a blindfold? Nope. Move all of the switches. Oh, no. Wait, where? You gotta put them all back from where they were moved to? Someone's probably got to have played for you with a blindfold already, right? And probably went horribly wrong. Still moving them to the safe space? Okay, cool. Well, enjoy yourself. Play for you, but it's DOS. Play for you, but just cry the whole time? I mean... I mean, I could do. I guess. I don't know if I've got enough tears in me for that. Mix up the controls? Hey, you just learn that after like 3 hours or something, right? You'd be fine. I'm not too worried about putting a fix in for the blurry cooking cutscene, to be honest, Grimmy. It's one cutscene that you skip, right? Play 4U, but it's Monster Hunter 1. I mean, they're actually genuine options. Play DOS, play 4U like it's MH1. I do feel like we probably already have enough 4U challenge runs, though. I'm not doing dance pads. Come on. 3U or 4U. I don't even own dance pads. Why not? Why not? Because I am an overweight, incredibly underfit person who has asthma. I will die on stream in 20 minutes. I won't even pick up a single fucking herb, and I'll be dead on the floor. Make the stream 10 minutes long then. At a time? It's not even enough to do one hunt. 3U tutorial takes 10 minutes if you're speedrunning it. Other graphical funkiness? I honestly don't even notice any graphical funkiness in this game. About speed dancing, I once again will point you towards the asthma. Would entail exercise is also a great reason for me not to do it, by the way. Asthma's the real life version of the stamina bar. I don't remember if I took my puffs this morning. Probably. No, I didn't. Shit. Asthma's like being water blighted. It's more like ice blight, actually. Actually, it's kind of both at the same time. Enjoy, Crone. Have fun. Play Monster Hunter World on a dance pad. Like, the dance pad bit is the problem here, not the game. I will die. A painful death. Gasping for air. You're not quite getting the dance pad being the problem here, are ya? You can do Fire Emblem while dancing? That one is basically just play Fire Emblem but look like a weirdo while you do it. It's just play Fire Emblem standing up. You're not actually doing a hit kick. Oh god, Cookie Clicker would be horrible. Trying to move the mouse. And 1, 2, 3. Is the greatsword set done? Meanwhile, the chat's trying to kill me again. Do they ever stop? Honestly, probably not. The first people in chat, most days. Not every day, but most days, the first people in chat are Lugia and I. I don't know if chat ever stops trying to, at the very least, take some of my life force. Give and take. What do I get? I get suffering? This isn't a good trade for me at all. Wait. Lugia lives in the chat at this point. A little bit. Except when it's Thursdays. Then Lugia harasses Crone instead. I don't know if I ever said hello, by the way, Zany, but hi. You too as well, Comro. I don't know if I ever said it to you. Welcome to both of you. And you too, Nazi. Hello. You thought all streamers must abide the viewers' concerns and discussions? Abide them? Even. Horrifying. I don't believe so, no. I bloody hope not. Gonna lose me damn mind very quickly. N10's gonna start asking all weird things. Whom's to summon you, Crone? Did someone summon you? Or just because I said your name? I was talking about the fact that you do daycare on Thursdays for Lugia. Have I been? I've been doing all right. Kind of funny on the asthma point with the dance pads. It's not a great day for my lungs today. Other than that, I'm all right. I'm doing all good. Had fun this morning, just giving up, trying to find something long to watch and surrendering myself to the random length of YouTube videos between a minute and 10 minutes that were on my YouTube recommended. Be good. Yep, followed by that emoji. Are you okay, Crone? Do you need help? Did I finish Cyberpunk? No, but I feel like at this point, if I play Cyberpunk, I need at least one of the two of you watching, my dear. And I was all alone, so, you know. Oh, the series? Oh, yeah. I finished that yesterday. I watched like 2 episodes on the day I started watching it. I watched like 6 instead of going to sleep for ages. On the night where I said I'm just gonna watch an episode when you went to sleep. And then I watched the 2 the day afterwards. Did I like it? It was okay. Edge Runners. It was fine. How much sleep did I get? 7 hours. It was alright. Alright then. See? It's fine. Nothing to worry about, my dear. I don't do what you do, okay? I actually go to sleep when I need to, because I don't have horrible stay the fuck awake and think about a million things going on most of the time. 7 hours is your normal. 7 hours is the amount I need to function. I don't know what you mean. Mm-hmm. You don't have mental health issues? I don't know about that. You seen what I'm doing right now? I'm streaming. They just don't keep me awake at night. The most sane Twitch streamer? I don't think that's true. By a long shot. These Rathalos bits are going to be real shit for the rest of time. You need a proper competition. See who's the most huggable Twitch streamer? How does one determine how huggable one is? Comro? Is my question to the softness. But what if you want a firm hug, not a soft hug? There is different hugs for different occasions. And different hugs for different people. They have hug in their name. That's it. That's the whole criteria. Oh, fuck. He's called Mr. Hugster. Why do I even turn up here in the first place, man? Have 50 people hug them and rate on a scale from 1 to 10. Turns out I hate hugs. I do not hate hugs. Hugs are very good. We had a friend come over recently. And they're a very quick hugger. Like they kind of give you a little tight squeeze and then they part, and I was like, that's not what I want right now. Haven't seen each other in a year. Let me break your rib bones. Rib bones? Your ribs, as they're called. Don't leave. We're back out of this. Force hug Hugston together. He can't stop us all. Hey, it's not a force. If I want it. I like hugs. I'm gonna get so fucking sick if I ever go to a convention, man. I'm gonna be the illest person alive for a week. They're gonna have to put me on fucking life support at the hospital. Nothing worse than a fast hug. Hey, a fast hug has its place. Fast hug is, oh hey, like, you know, it's you, cool, you're amazing, I'm really in a rush, but I still want you to know that I care about you a lot. Here's a quick hug, bye. Right? That's the place for the fast hug. Or it's the place for the, I don't really do contact because I don't like it, but I still want to show, like, here you go, I care about you. I also know this is overwhelming. We'll piece the fuck out, right? Driver a high five. A brisk high five is a different implication to me. That's like a fuck yeah. We did it or something, right? I have a shit immune system as well. Yeah. I get chest infections a lot as well. That's something you haven't had to deal with yet, my dear. I haven't had one, I don't think, since I haven't had a proper one since we've been together. That's the type of thing that's definitely gonna give me a chest infection. Hey Phalanx, welcome. Why do I think 4U is better than GU? Because 4U feels like a game that actually has a lot of love and care and was a finished product into it. GU feels more like a game that had a lot of love and care, but sort of was just like, how can we make this as fancy as possible, add as many ideas as possible, chuck them all together and just be like, fuck it, this will do. 4U feels a lot more tightly crafted and well made. It's got more like love given to the mechanics that it had added. They're not necessarily balanced, but I feel like they're more fleshed out. And also it doesn't suffer from a massive amount of equipment bloat, quest bloat, grinding, needless, like, introduction of the hyper materials into upgrading weapons, which forces you to do even more quests, all of this stuff, right? Actually, one of the things I think Rise did better than World is making it so that the armor augmenting with... Pardon me? Anomaly materials is, for the most part, kind of essentially irrelevant, right? But Hunter Arts, I don't like them. I think Hunter Arts actively interrupt and take over the gameplay flow to the point where instead of your game revolving around how you fight the monster, the game starts revolving around you getting your Hunter Arts charged up to use them to get your Hunter Arts charged up again. It's not as much about kind of other stuff. You still have to do the other things, but it doesn't feel like that's the core part of the gameplay. Like here, I'm fighting Samtrios, and I want to beat Samtrios. In GU, I'd be like, right, I need to get my Hunter Arts charged so I can kill it quicker. I need my up slash and whatever the hell else I would have. I don't know. Great sword. Maybe the Frenzy Virus one. Same problem I have with the Clutch Claw in Worlds. It interrupts the gameplay flow. And the switch skills in Rise. The objective of the gameplay doesn't become about the hunt for me. Maybe they need to stop making gimmicks. I honestly would be fine with that, but I don't know if that's ever going to happen. The problem is with stopping making gimmicks, right, is that some amazing stuff has come out of the quote-unquote gimmicks. You think the switch skills are fine? Wirebug skills, you don't like all of them? They're the same thing to me. Moveset change switch skills are cool, yeah. The wirebugs are the issue. Moveset change switch skills I would have back in the next game in a heartbeat. But they don't interrupt the gameplay flow, right? They just change the point of how your moveset works. Those are fantastic. The best thing they added in Rise. Best thing they put in the entire goddamn game. I love being able to change the shield bash out on Sword and Shield to the elemental stab corkscrew attack instead. Absolutely fantastic. There's a new monster that the March 2024 Capcom talked about. I've never heard. Did they mention March 2024? When? March 2024 is relevant, not because it's the next Monster Hunter release game, Because the 11th of March 2024 will be the 20th anniversary of Monster Hunter as a franchise. It's not necessarily the release date. Monster Hunter 1 released March 11th, 2004. That's why March is particularly relevant. They might also release it in the same month. Who knows? Didn't even hear them confirm a new Monster Hunter game. Yep. They haven't. Yep, right. They haven't announced it yet. But from the way that I understand, the announcements for Monster Hunter, has a Monster Hunter game ever really had an announcement where it hasn't come out within like a year, right? I have no idea who that is, Phalanx. I can barely keep track of my friends' names. I don't know who that is. G was announced. Monster Hunter G entered. Didn't they release? Just Japan exclusive. Hey, come on. 4 was announced 2 years before release. Most of the recent ones have been announced like within the year, right? Who the fuck is this dude? This dude is a reporter. So, if he does know anything about it, he probably shouldn't have said it anyway. To be honest. I have no idea what Bloomberg is. We'll get a Monster Hunter game next year. We will get a Monster Hunter game next year. I reckon it will be in January. But obviously, I have no idea when exactly it's going to be. I don't work for Cap. If I did, I'd probably be under NDA. So I would be able to say shit about it anyway. They'll announce it at Tokyo Game Show, probably. Your uncle does? He says they're releasing 3 Monster Hunters next year? Oh my. Everyone gets their 3U and 4U re-releases that they want so desperately. And also a new game. Wow. God damn it, my dear. Unless someone at Capcom says something officially and it goes onto official channels that Monster Hunter would be announced on, or official Capcom channels, I wouldn't really believe anything you see, Phalanx, no matter how reputable the person is. Because even if they got correct information at the time that they got it, shit happens, right? Like, stuff gets delayed, problems come up. Like, what they said might have been perfectly correct for the time that they said it. But then the game got delayed by 2 months because they found, like, a game-breaking bug right before it released in the most horrifying way. Or they have dates on their internal documents that are wrong on purpose because they expect people to leak shit. It's kind of horrible that you kind of have to, like, consider those things, right? But companies at this point are probably very, very aware that leaks happen and are, like, rampant now. They're almost unfortunately a main way that people find out about gaming news. And some people trust, like, leak sources more than they trust official sources, which is a bit wild. People are like, Monster Hunter channel will be like, the next game is releasing on this day, and then people will be like, actually. This leaker said it would release on this day, so it's gonna release on that day. And it's like, no. They'll release it on the day that the official channel said, unless it gets delayed. When was that tweet from, Phalanx? Also, mostly animators. 22 people is a very small amount. To be working on a game, unless that story's free, that's an incredibly small amount of people. Even then, even for stories, that's not a lot. That's worrying more than anything else, honestly. They're not announcements, because it's a report. It's news. And 1, 2, 3. me just check. Good business. Proceed. These people worked on Street Fighter. Valex. It would not make sense that they would work on Monster Hunter to me. They have worked on Monster Hunter as well, but they acquired them in July of this year, and they gave them 1 year to make a Monster Hunter game. That's not Monster Hunter news. And if it is, that's horrible fucking news. That's actually terrible news. Monster Hunter now doesn't come out next year, it comes out this year. And it's not being worked on by them, it's being worked on by Niantic. Maybe it's a mobile game. If it's a mobile game, the choice of the word sell is an incredibly confusing one. They're gonna sell a mobile game to millions of people? It's not impossible, right? But I think the mobile market is typically not necessarily done very well on pay-to-play stuff, right? It's usually transaction-y stuff. Longer wait and port for old games. Then I would question mostly animators. Why would you need mostly animators? I would have thought at that point you'd need mostly developers. Mostly code people. Because you gotta make all of that code work from scratch on a whole new system. I'm not saying it's impossible, just 3/4 of a year is an incredibly, incredibly short time to make a game, right? That's way too short of a time to make a good game. I wouldn't put a lot of faith into that. Could be any other game, but everyone keeps saying Monster Hunter because of the game's fame. Yeah, this is why, like, they haven't officially said a goddamn thing, right? All Capcom has said to a reporter is, we're going to release a game by March next year. That means crap, right? That doesn't mean shit, man. How many IPs does Capcom have? Is it a mobile game? Is it a Switch game? That's why I don't pay any attention to news like that, because it is kind of just noise, in a way. We, a video game company, will release a game next year. Yeah. Us, Capcom, will release a game next year, which also happens to be the anniversary of when Monster Hunter released for the 20th year. Interesting. Just kind of noise, right? I mean, I'd be more than happy for it to be something Monster Hunter related, right? But not if they've been developing it for 3/4 of a year. I'm not happy for it to be Monster Hunter related. I'd rather that didn't exist. Personally. There's a reason they work on the mainline games for like 4 years. A piece. No, Capcom have said to a reporter, Zany, no, Sagando, sorry, that there will be a new game that Capcom are heading that will be released by March next year that will sell millions, apparently. Also, by the way, that's just PR. That ain't shit. They're not gonna be like, hey, our game's gonna sell like dog shit, but we're gonna release it anyway. New Resident Evil remaster? Yeah, it could be a Resident Evil. It could be a fucking Poke Poke Feline Village. So many things it could be. And 90% of them probably aren't even Monster Hunter. I'm not saying, like, I don't want you to feel like I'm picking on you or anything. If you find comfort in the announcements, find comfort in them, that's completely fair. I just think it's also one of those things where it's like, take anything anyone says that's not an official announcement with a humongous heaping of salt. Just a grain isn't gonna do you, because the CEOs know one thing, the developers know another thing, PR, public relations, and general, like, hype train knows another thing, and then what they tell to the reporters is a fourth thing. And none of them are right. It's probably just, I think, like, maybe err on the side of caution so you don't get set up for disappointment is my thing here. Hey Grande, welcome. I'm doing good, thank you. How are you? This does not surprise me, by the way. I'm surprised you weren't already at that point anyway. How many years has it been since Iceborne's End? 4 already? Don't know when Iceborne ended. Hey, Iceborne's a weird one, right? Do you consider Iceborne's End when it released? When Fatalis came out? Or when they did? Or do you consider it when they did the final update? Because the final update was after Fatalis. I think they tacked on the will sell million part for investors. Yeah, precisely, right? The shareholders are like, ooh, we're gonna sell millions. Money! Autumn 2020 was the Fatalis release, yeah. Don't die. Oh, I can't promise anything, my dear. I cannot promise anything. Development was already in the early stage, so Monster Hunter 6 near the end of Iceborne. I honestly think the development for Monster Hunter 6 probably began before Iceborne even finished, right? Asthma killing me on stream, yep. Apparently. Asthma, are you sure you're not American? I don't think asthma is an American thing. Me? You might be thinking of diabetes, which, while not limited to America, is more prevalent there. Or type 2 diabetes, or whichever one it is specifically. The one that you get because you develop it rather than the one that you're innately born with. Only you can kill me. How do you know that isn't what's going on right now, my dear? With your bare hands. Oh, okay. Okay. Then stop poisoning me. Hey! Bad. Chipmunk, my dear. Do I not have legs? I mean, you are small. Lugia's probably around. Blame Lugia. Lugia's, I think Lugia's hard at work. Well, they were taking a break, but I don't know if they're back to being hard at work again now. No. No, 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 no. That one is not happening. Oh, nice. Bonk. You're fat? Does that give you legs back? Is that how that works? Everyone's horny? Apparently, yeah. You still have partial mod view even on mobile? Oh, really? Cool. Your thighs are big. Oh, I was more meaning you're small, so you don't have any legs at all. You're just a torso. Pretty cursed? Yeah, quite cursed. Now all I can imagine is, you know in the Deadpool movie where he grows his little baby hand back? It's like that, but two little baby legs. Just waddling around. How'd I get the sleep rock? Cartia, the cats, has a thing. A skill, I guess, right? A passive. All of their attacks do sleep. Regardless of what weapon they have. It's neat. Yep, it's also very helpful considering I'm playing Greatsword. You still don't know how cats work to this day? Same. I didn't even know how she was doing it. Monsters were just randomly going on to sleep on my quest, and I was like, fuck yeah, this is great. Until I think Komuro told me that that was a skill that exists. There's two of them, apparently. I don't even try it, I understand how they work even any. I just sort of let them do their thing, right? One, two, three, bonk. But I'm the Monster Hunter guy. Shake my head. Yeah, me, the Monster Hunter guy. That's it. The one who's famous for having really good knowledge of the games. Maybe the Monster Hunter person, but not the person who's good at Monster Hunter. Just the one who plays it. You annihilated the Bleach episodes, Jizzle? Nice. I assume you have watched the one that came out like yesterday or the day before as well. Just to make sure you haven't missed one. Because it was incredibly recent. You still have to watch Bleach? You watched every other from the big three? Never had the chance to get into Bleach? It's a long as well, right? much like the big three in general, right? The thing that I will say for Bleach, like I would say for the other two, if you ever do decide that you're gonna watch it, make sure you look up how to skip the filler. Because early Bleach doesn't have filler episodes a lot of the way the other stuff did. It's got a few filler episodes, right? But early Bleach didn't have filler episodes as much as it had filler arcs. Genuinely, like, after the very first main arc that got adapted, I think the next arc was... I want to say like 40 or 50 episodes long, and it was all filler. It might even be longer than that. I don't know. Didn't even know what filler was. Such a weebler. Watched like 80% of the filler in Naruto, was thoroughly confused what was happening. I had no bearings to the plot. Yep. I was as well when I watched him originally. I did that with Naruto and Bleach when I was very young. So what the fuck is happening? And then with One Piece, it didn't matter because it felt like every episode in One Piece was filler anyway. Sorry, One Piece gang, but I genuinely don't know how to distinguish something in that anime if it's actually important or if it's complete bullshit. Well, hey! Nice. Love seeing that. You've been infuriated if you had to watch it on a weekly basis? I don't know when I had to start watching it on a weekly basis from. Ugh. I don't think I had to start watching it until the Fullbring arc, and the Fullbring wasn't filler anyway. Some fillers are okay, some of them are, yeah. I just remember it with Naruto in particular, where it was with the war arc. And it felt like, because I was watching that when it came out, it felt like there was a filler literally every other week. So fucking annoying. You'd get like one actual episode a month. It was the worst. That's why it's actually been really nice that Bleach went on to like a big old hiatus. Of course. Because it got to come back and now it looks a smooth. The war arc in Naruto is what made you read the manga. Yep, that's a good way of putting it. That says enough. I do not need the freezer sacks anymore. So all I need now is 8 Firestones, 2 Zenogre Horns, yep, 2 Zenogre Horns, a Rathalos Ruby, a Rath Medulla, which I already got, so I don't even need that anymore. A Rathalos Ruby and 2 Rathalos Plates. That is it. and I'm done with this rank. Hopefully. But I will continue with some Freedom Unite after this brief break here. If you were just here for 4U, thank you for coming along. That is the link to see when I play 4U next. It will be next weekend. It also shows you what I play during the week if you're interested in any of that stuff. Also, we got the Discord server on that second link there. Thank you, Comrade. There is an ongoing poll in there at the moment to see if you would prefer for me to play 3U or World. Do a challenge run in one of those two games once Freedom Unite is over with. If you want to have your say in that, Discord server. And I will be back in around 5 to 10-ish minutes. And then I'll play some Freedom Unite. I will do one attempt at the solo quest, scream into the void when I fail, and then do some multiplayer. So I'll be back in just one moment. See you in a sec.